Holla! Hi everybody, welcome to HollaAtChaReefBoy YouTube channel. Today is a very exciting day. You know why? Because this is the very first episode of HollaAtChaReefBoy YouTube. So first of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Tang, like yellow Tang, purple Tang, blue Tang, Achilles Tang, powder blue Tang, all the Tang. You know what I'm talking. So there's several purposes for this channel. One of which is to showcase you guys my Red Sea Peninsula 650. As you can see, I'm not showing the whole tank because it's been running for 5 months. So what I want to do is kind of take you back in time to show you how I got to where I am today. Basically, I customized this tank. So before I put the stand together, I bought some vinyl wrap, red and white, and I pretty much wrapped the whole stand before I assembled it. Same thing with an IKEA cabinet because I wanted to store my electronics and wires and whatnot away from the tank, keep it away from water. So I wrapped that as well, and you'll see those in pictures because I didn't really tape it, I just took pictures. So I'll post that in this video and you can see how it looks. And I also ordered this cool metal fabrication seahorse to put it onto the tank stand, add a little pop to it. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, also another reason why I want to do this channel is to do some open box reviews, you know, show you some of the products that I have and do a review on it to see if it's something you guys want to use for your tank. Because that's the thing about this hobby is that you got to do your research before you buy something, before you invest into something. Go to YouTube, go to internet and start looking into those products and see what people say, how successful they are or how not successful, the pros and cons of the product before you buy it. Also, another purpose channel is show you, the how-tos and the do's and don'ts. And for me also to learn from you guys, sometimes I want to ask you for your suggestions on what you think I should do, or as well as learn from you guys in reading the comments and whatnot. So I look forward to that. And last but not least, this is the most important to me, is to incorporate my faith into these videos. See, to me, I'm a big believer and lover of Jesus Christ. He is my Lord and Savior, and without Him, I wouldn't imagine where my life would be today. So what you see is during these videos, based on whatever the topic or the content is about, I will somehow correlate that to a Bible verse and hopefully give you an inspired message from the topic in the Bible verse so that it can help you in your daily life. Now, you don't have to share the same faith as I do, but I do believe that some of these lessons and messages, it can be applicable to your life. So hopefully it bless you. So take a look now at these pictures that I'm about to show you on how I got the tank set up today, in terms of how I wrapped it, in terms of how I customized the lights and whatnot. And hopefully it gives you some inspiration for your fish tank setup project. So the cool thing I like about vinyl wrapping the tank stand is, number one, obviously I don't have to paint it. Number two, if I don't like it, I can peel it off and put it on something else. And number three, it's easy to clean and it actually pops and everything matches. Because one thing about the Peninsula stand that I noticed is that the doors are really nice. Made, it's painted with this marine epoxy white. However, on this front panel and back panel, it's a different kind of texture paint, so it doesn't really match. But it's, you have to look real close to notice. But to me, I'm anal like that. So what I did was I wrapped it with vinyl so everything matches, and it actually looks kind of cool because everything now is glossy. And that's the cool thing about vinyl wrap is up to you. Whatever color choice you want, however you want it to look, is up to you. That's why it's called custom. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that and got some inspiration on working on your fish tank project. You know, it's a lot of fun for me. It took some time, but it was fun. It actually turned out the way I wanted and liked it. So, and a lot of learning curve as well, because wrapping these stands and stuff took a lot of patience. So you gotta make sure you take your time. Alright guys, I'm excited. Now we're going to the section of the video to talk about the Bible lesson of today. And that Bible verse today that I want to share with you comes out of Romans 8:28, and it says this: "And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purposes." So the key word there is all. Now, does all mean just good times, or does it mean bad times as well? It means both, right? It means the ups and the downs of your life. You see, when it's coming to God, everything happens for a reason, and everything has His meaning, has His purpose. So the reason why those things happen, the goods or the bad, is to help you see the big picture, the perfect plan that God has for your life. Now, how does that tie in with setting up a reef tank? So you think about it, right? When you set up a reef tank, to see the big picture, to see the beautiful tank come alive, you have to have all the necessary pieces come together, right? And that means, sure, you have to have your lights, your tank, your rock, your livestock, but you gotta think about the filtration system. You gotta think about the skimmer that removes bad stuff. You gotta think about the filter sock that removes all the detritus and leftover foods. You gotta think about the chaeto that is growing in the sump, which remove nitrates in your system, right? You gotta think about all those components. But if I were to tell you, you know what, why don't you just look at like a carbon? Why don't you just look at that and be satisfied? You probably won't, right? Because there's nothing appealing about looking at black carbon, right? Or sand, or just black piece of material. But what if I tell you look at just the lights, right? Would that be appealing? Probably not, right? Because it's just lights. So what's so appealing about that? Sure, it makes your reef tank look nice, but I like to look at the reef tank itself, not just look at the light. Well, what about if I tell you just look at the pump? You know, just enjoy the pump. You know, it may not be appealing to you. So my point is, you know, we can look at these pieces and say, you know what, they're not appealing. I'd rather look at the reef tank. But that's what I'm talking about. You look at the big picture. The big picture is looking at the reef tank itself. However, all these components, the pump, the skimmer, the carbon, the filter socks, they all play key roles into setting up a reef tank. Just as I share in the verse here is all things. That means you can't just take the good stuff. The bad stuff that you went through, they were there for a reason, and it built up your character to who you are today. So think about that. I want you to look into your life and consider all the things that you had to go through. Sure, you didn't enjoy those dark times of your life, but you look back, you're glad that it probably happened because it made you who you are today. And without those bad times, you probably wouldn't have learned a valuable lesson. Alright guys, so I appreciate you guys stopping by again. Appreciate watching this video. I hope the message today inspires you in some way, some form or fashion. But again, I want to say please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll always be in the know when a new video is up. Because my next video will show you how I got this peninsula wet, how I got the rock skate going and the sand and all that good jazz. So let me know in the comments below what you think. And really, I want to make this channel a very family-friendly channel. And I hope your kids will watch along, because sometimes I'm gonna act goofy, I'm act silly, because my son, he actually imitates me when I do these videos because it's pretty hilarious. So anyway, you guys have an awesome time, a blessing time, and happy reefing. And until next time, I'll holla. What?